Today we're going to draw a scene for one of my favorite movies of all times.
Lilo and Stitch. No, not that one. No. What? Over there. Move it. That one. Lilo and Stitch. How beautiful is Lilo and Stitch?
Well, it's not a surprise. It was in the title. Apart from drawing the scene, I also want to criticize some changes done in the live action from 2025.
This is not a movie review, but let's talk about the movie. This is the kind of movie that people can love and hate. And it's not only that some people love it and some people hate it. No. You can love it and hate it with the same intensity at the same time. And it's not only the nostalgia factor. I love the original movie, ergo I hate this one. Or ask the Monitor Geek. But before we go on, it's time for the sponsor. Who is the sponsor? Oh, there's the sponsor. Oh.
Are you ready? Let's go! Hello everyone, I'm Gus and this is Wiseguss Illustration.
One of the best things about this movie are its characters. So in this illustration I wanted to draw all of its main characters, or at least most of them. In this illustration that I can call A Day in the Beach with Nani, I will draw the characters in the order of the least to the most affected by the new live action by Disney. Enjoy! Let's begin with Nani. Nani's character is one of the least affected in this movie, or I can even say is the most benefited one. Like all characters, her lines are very rounded. Like all natives of the island, her eyes are elongated and have an inclination. And of course I will show Nani's little waist and broad legs. In this movie, Nani is a little less than a superhero. She's super smart. She is possibly the best surfer in the world. She has above human strength. And of course she crushed Sofia Gomez's apnea record. And here a little spoiler. Do you know that what Nani did in this scene, walking on the seafloor, is not an invention for this movie? Look at this scene from the Colombian diver Sofia Gomez. Because Nani is the main character in this movie, in fact, Nani, her little sister, a blue alien, and a bunch of CGI dolls replaced by random humans. I drew her giving everyone a lesson, because she's the best. I like Nani's character. It's very well adapted, but the script made her be much more than what the story needed. Too much about Nani. Let's draw the other characters. Look at this! What is this? The next ones to draw are going to be Lilo and Stitch. Let's begin with Lilo. Lilo is about 3 heads tall. Unlike all the characters in the movie, her shapes are very rounded and stylized. Similar to Nani's eyes, are elongated and with an angle. Her nose is rounded and her mouth is simple. In the animated movie, Lilo is a very peculiar character. She's very funny and the things she likes are very her, like Elvis and photography. The girl who played Lilo did a fantastic work. But they never mentioned photography.
My camera's full again.
Part of the essence of the character is how she perceives people through photography. Besides, most of her best quotes don't appear in the new movie.
Leave me alone to die. Why do you act so weird? And you like me better as a sister than a rabbit, right?
Lilo's character was pretty fine, but how about Stitch? We can't deny Stitch was...
Huge.
I love Stitch as a character. It's great for drawing. It's full of simple but very interesting shapes. It's a great combination of straight and curved lines. I'm of course going to draw Stitch, characterized as Elvis. Because for LILO, Elvis is the perfect example of a good citizen. And yes, in the new movie, nobody asked LILO to turn Stitch into a
model citizen.
As well as with LILO, we lost iconic scenes like well, no matter what, we all want to hug Stitch, whether in the original or in the live action. Another character that was pretty affected was David. Of course, I want to draw David shirtless and with his surfboard. I still don't understand how NANI kept David in the friend zone. I mean, just look at him.
He's gorgeous.
Okay, I got it. Besides, this is the new David. Well, most of David's scenes were made by her. If this David was unlucky with NANI, good luck, pal. Miss Tutu is adorable, is a good character, but in the process we lost David. Possibly David is the kind of character that I normally draw, and so I'm more familiar with. A muscular guy with normal human proportions. Well, of course, that in the context of the movie. Let's continue with another character split into two. What did they do, Cobra Bubbles? Just like in the movie that he was lost, I'm going to draw him behind everyone in a corner of the illustration. Cobra Bubbles is a great combination between straight and curved lines. Just look at that jaw. Round head, small eyes, extremely sharp jaw, and that round and amazing lower lip. Head too small for the body, and hands the side of his head. These are just some characteristics of Cobra Bubbles. I'm going to draw Cobra Bubbles with the head quite low and lowering his sunglasses. In the corner he was put, there's not much more we can see. Cobra Bubbles is incredible, imposing, mysterious, and commands respect. These two, well, they wouldn't last 5 seconds against this powerhouse. We can call this part of the movie terribly horrible. Disney, Disney, Disney. If you don't have the budget to make a movie with aliens, don't make an alien movie. These CGI aliens are horrible. Of course, everyone except Stitch. Would there be a way to make a good alien movie, not spending all the budget in CGI? If ever there was an alien movie without CGI that completely changed the history of cinema? We'll never know. What was done with the aliens in the live action of Lilo and Stitch was simply poor. Making an alien, monster, mythological creature turn into a human is the laziest and simplistic solution ever. This is what you would expect for a production that costs 3 bologna sandwiches, but not for a super production worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Possibly this is the solution that I, with my budget, would take. If the budget was not enough to make a good live action of Lilo and Stitch, you could make one about Finding Nemo. Disney, this is mine.
The meeting has officially come to order. Let us all say the pledge. I am a nice shark, not a mindless eating machine. If I am to change this image, I must first change myself. Fish are friends, not food.
So Disney, give me 20 minutes and I make your Finding Nemo live action.
Our next affected character is PLEAKLEY. How ugly. I'll draw PLEAKLEY proudly wearing his woman dress and wig. PLEAKLEY is a very simple character. Basically a novel for the head and a couple wavy lines for the body. Basically everything in PLEAKLEY is wavy and irregular. Actually, PLEAKLEY was not that bad. Actually, the actor did a very good work. It was funny and the outfits were hilarious. But man, it's not PLEAKLEY. And of course, this wasn't as bad as what they did with JUMBA. It's so ugly, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. And this is the good JUMBA.
This is Jumba for the rest of the movie. I always picture him like this in human form. Let's do Jumba, of course, with his gun. And of course, behind everyone who did a little less bad in the movie. Jumba is a rounded character with a big head that looked pretty much like Stitches.
I tried to give you my good looks, but let's face it, something went wrong.
The worst thing about Jumba was not the change in appearance, but the change in personality. In the original movie, he was a mad scientist, obsessed with his creation, but who was good inside, and that at the end even helped our main characters. And that has this jewel scene.
Hey, don't work like Gabby.
After all you put me through, you expect me to help you just like that? But he's very persuasive.
This one, on the contrary, is just a villain. But by far the worst thing was the change made to Gantu. Gantu? 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 Where are you, Gantu? There's no Gantu. According to the movie director, he couldn't make it fit inside the movie. Man, he filmed the movie more than 20 years ago. How couldn't he fit now? Oh. Of course, Gantu is not here by choice. He had to be brought handcuffed from wherever the producers of the movie had him. And so is how I'm going to draw him, handcuffed. And of course, very sad as all the people who wanted to see you in the movie. Gantu is a huge character. His arms are huge, his body is huge, his legs are huge. But his head is quite too small for the body. We miss you, bro. Here, behind everyone, destroyed the spaceships. Without Gantu, we also didn't have his spaceship. And with that, they took the wonderful scene of the spaceship chase through all Hawaii. Gantu's ship was inspired by a bumblebee. From it, it took its round shape. And of course, its colors. Black and yellow. To end this, one last thing to be affected was landmarks. Just look at this beauty painted by hand in watercolor. It makes everything look beautiful and magical. Now we see a generic beach on a generic town. Especially for the background, I want to bring this kind of watercolor look, making everything quite more colorful than it should be in this kind of landmarks. Of course, respecting the aerial perspective, which is something that was done beautifully in the original movie. After coloring all my characters, I'm going to finish them with a simple shading. On a separate layer, I'm going to color using a grayish violet in multiply blending mode. This creates a shadow layer. I will use this shadow layer for all the secondary characters. It means all the ones behind Lilo and Stitch. I color all the areas that should mainly contain shades and shadows. With the eraser tool, I define some light areas inside the shadows. Being in the background, these characters won't receive much more definition than this. Possibly some shadow or light here and there, but really not much more. Pretty similarly, even in a simplified way, will be the shading of the spaceships. The shading for Nani, Lilo, and Stitch will start in the same way as the other characters. A layer in multiply for a soft shade that I will erase to define light areas. The big difference comes that with them I will use an extra multiply layer. This layer will have a high opacity or even 100% opacity to create harder shadows and bring more definition. Also, I'm using another layer in add blending mode. I will use a yellowish white to create lights and highlights. Some extra textures, light effects, and an illustration is finished. And here, from out of the blue, our final casualty, the end of the movie, representing the contract in which LILO paid for Stitch. It is quite boring, just like the end of the movie. One final reflection. I just hope these big studios stop turning the jewels of our childhood into nightmares.
I'm watching you, How to Train Your Dragon live action.
I didn't think I had so much to say about the movie. With this, we reach the end of my critique. My illustration. And this is my finished piece. Do you like it or not? You can criticize it in the comments. Do you like the video? If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, share it with someone who can find this content useful. Do you like the illustrations? Do you agree with my critiques of the new movie? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for getting to this point of the video. And remember, if you don't like the video, you'll have to face COBRA bubbles. See you in the next video. Adios.